Hey, coach, check this out.
Oh yeah, you're in the dark. Looks like you're in a
Just
third world country
what
with
did I
no.
tell him? Market fluidity is the same as Forex family, right?
Yeah. Yes. So basically, if I'm right, Forex Family has stopped taking in students.
So I tell him that it's the same thing because he wants to join next month, he says.
Yes, it's the same thing.
Okay.
It's actually the same thing.
Yeah, I've been promoting your stream on Jeevan's private channel, and some of them want to join your membership.
Oh,
Mentor.
wow. That's pretty flattering.
Yeah, bro. They know what's up. I told them I learned scalping from you and swinging from Jeevan.
Yeah. Yeah, I think what most people look for is a support system. That's the one thing everyone looks for, like a support system. Because like in Slack, we have people killing the London session. Like every morning, like I'm just looking at the chats right now, and it's just constant. Like, oh, they all got buys. Whoa, what the? They all got buys in the London session. Yeah, people really kill it in London session. Okay, everyone got the link? Everyone got the link here? Oh, one person is missing the link. Oh, sent them the wrong link.
Colin.
Me. Alright, first analysis coming in for the day. By Milashka. What's this? Waiting to see if we will stay in this range. Next target's mapped if breakout. That is correct. So this is resistance. I think the next target should be right over here. Right over here. It's the next target right here. Yep, 130, 100. That wick. It's gonna be the next target. It's beautiful.
I'm already done for the day.
Who?
Me.
Y'all want to see a ghost?
Yeah, I think this still has some more legs on it.
Yes, I think so too. 62,500 for sure.
62,500 and 130, 100 for GJ.
Perfect.
130, 100.
Look, a magic trick, guys.
Oh my god.
So if GJ is gonna go to 130, 100, yeah, break above, and we go to 130, 100. If GJ is gonna go to 130, 100, what you gotta realize is that, okay, what's the like what support it should hold? You know, now in 15 minutes, time to create some sort of a support. The 30-minute candle is also, you know, it's trying to create support. So we're just gonna wait and see. Wait and see what happens. And I mean, if you're buying, you can have a stop at 129,700 to be, you know, 129,700.
Coach, you done for the day for real?
Yeah, I'm.
Unless a trade goes towards your plan, then you enter, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Unless the trade.
It happens.
Unless the trade slaps me in the face, saying that, hey, what are you doing? Come take me.
You're missing out.
Yeah. Come take me.
Good call on that, GJ.
Yes, thank you.
Can you explain your reasoning behind it?
why I closed the trade?
No, why you took your buys?
Oh, why I took the buys? Okay, yeah, it was simple. So I mean, 15-minute was pushing up. There was a wick here. I looked at the 1 hour, and the 1 hour also had a wick. Then I looked at the 30-minute, and 30-minute also had the same thing. So I'm like, well, you know, like there's also like a zone here, so GJ might come into it, you know, like pierce in the zone with a wick. So I said, okay, if I can enter now, I can probably have a positive outcome, like a 10-11 pips. But at the same time, my stop was 10 pips too, because if I entered right over here at like 748, you know, my stop was also 10 pips. So I was willing to lose 10 pips in order to gain 10 pips.
Right.
Right.
So you're willing to lose 500 to make 500.
Yes. So my risk reward was 1-to-1.
Okay.
Right. Risk reward was 1-to-1, but my win ratio in the mornings is 90%. So if I take 10 trades and then 8 or 9 are profitable trades, I can do 1-to-1 all day long.
Yes.
You know, and people can tell me, oh, 1-to-1, yeah, no, 1-to-1 doesn't work. Well, then it works.
Nice, coach. And you reminded me the other day that, man, choose a time frame that makes the most sense for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Don't stick to one time frame bias. You know, flip around, look around to see what makes the most sense.
Exactly. You got to flip around like you're in the market, like in a flea market. You're looking around.
Good job, Tony.
Good target up here, 131, 130, 131. What's this? GJ is a sell as long as 130-500 holds. LA Lakers, I think your bias is right, but it's way too long term. You got to look at what's happening in the now. That's what you got to look at. What's happening in the now, not what's going to happen later on. You got to be focused on now. If you're not focused in the now, man, it's going to be really hard to make money, because price is going to go to 130-500, and then your mind is going to switch into, okay, let's take a sell. Even though when the price is going to be bullish, you would want to take a sell. But why don't you want to take this bus ride all the way up to 130-500, so that then you don't have to worry about taking a sell at 130-500? You know?
Looks like UCAD found the 1 hour support. Might be going back up for the range. Who knows?
You know, man, USD CAD interest rates are coming up soon.
Yeah, 10 o'clock, brother.
Today? No, man.
I mean, no, today we have news, though. Today
Yeah.
we have, what is it called? The CB Consumer Confidence.
Whoa. What's this happening over here? Millennial loves Trudeau trends
I'm telling you.
as photo of First Lady. Oh,
Oh
what?
my god.
Oh, this is what you posted, Coach.
Yeah.
Oh.
I posted this on my Instagram, too. This was so funny. She's a savage, bro.
I saw the picture, but I never like really read on what happened.
Well,
Look at Trump's hand over there. Come on, Millie, let's go.
damn, savage, bro.
Wow.
That picture looks.
So you think that guy cares about Melania, bro? That guy has billions, bro. He don't give a fuck about that bitch. Sorry, I didn't mean to say about that woman. I forgot we're live.
Yes.
Man, you cat hella bullish.
Why you in the dark?
The sun hasn't come out here, bro.
You put buy stop on GJ. No. I'll see. Because I might put a buy stop at 129,930. Because once price gets above 129,900, this is a 20 pip range here, which can easily get filled. So first you need to mark out where your stops are going to be. 15 minutes starting to create some sort of a support. So I mean, you know, having a safe stop at like 129,700 would make sense. For it to go all the way up to 130,100. Is it Monday today? It is Saturday today. Oh, by the way, the Alex, that mentorship
Yeah.
thing, it's not 500. It's 475.
What?
Yeah, it's 475 instead of 500.
I'm gonna get those things today, Coach. I have to ring up and then I'm gonna send them to you. I'll tell you when I send them.
Okay, perfect. Here's GJ. GJ's gonna skyrocket.
Okay, perfect.
Euro GBP short. Seems like it. Let's take a look here. If GJ is heading up, if GP is bullish, your GP should be bearish. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, it looks like it. Looks like your GP is bearish. Your GP can come down till, you know, this 4-hour support. Right there. 0.90440. You know. Ooh, a 90400 even. 90400.
Same coming up.
There you go, 15 minutes creating some sort of a support. You know, so support means a step. We had one step at 129.470, started creating another step at 129.450. The 30-minute candle has to break above 129.930 would take us to 130 even, or even 130.100. But if resistance starts to being formed at, you know, at this level here, 129.850, then we're coming back down to 129, you know, 600 even. So you gotta be cautious. Let's check here.
Me too, Coach. I'm not entering no trades unless it slaps me in the face with a big dildo.
Yeah, exactly. How can I fix the delay in the streams? You got to be in the Zoom session.
That or stop using Kmart internet.
Kmart.
Kmart.
Man, I know when you become profitable trader and when you become successful, they say trading should be boring for you because it's the same time, same setup, same pair. But man, I do that and I'm still like excited about the markets opening and, you know, like sessions open and see how price is gonna go. I find that shit super exciting, bro.
It is, yeah. It really is. Like this morning I woke up, I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna make money today because it's Tuesday.
That's good. Positive, like like manifestation.
Yes. Yeah, but you're right. Like it gets really boring in a way because you just gotta wait. You're waiting, and like yesterday. Yesterday we waited 2.5 hours, man.
Yesterday's move was epic, though. It was really, really quick.
Yeah.
The quickie.
What's this? Nicole T. So, is it safe to say if we start to see resistance at the 129,800 level on 30 minute, could potentially start looking at sells then? Yes. Because then you'll have a resistance is formed when I think the 30 minute candles are going to close bearish. For me, that's going to be a resistance formed because it was done before here, like yesterday, and then earlier in the NY as well when we had that break. So when you're looking at this level now, this level is really important because yesterday price broke up but couldn't maintain its structure upwards, so it went down, and then later on in the afternoon it did the same thing, and now in pre-New York it's doing the same thing, but then again, now when you look at this level here, this level gets a little tricky because price, where's my blueprint? Because price has been ranged here before, so necessarily I wouldn't want to take a buy because this is a problematic area here. Over here, this whole block is a very problematic area. So much range here.
Goat shit box.
Yeah, so much rangy action here. So you really got to choose your trades and ranges wisely. I think that's the most important thing. You need to really choose your ranges wisely, because if price breaks above 129,900, then I know it's an easy target going to 130,100. Really easy target. Other than that, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that target is easiest for me. If price breaks below 129,400, I'd want to take a sell, going all the way down to 129 even, because that's going to be an easy trade. So see this, and okay, so see this, and then we're going to see this here. So these are easy trades, right? Easy trades. Why? Because you have a clean move that went. Man, come on. Work with me here, trading view. Come on. We had a clean move going up, and then we also have this clean range. All this area, this is just consolidation range. So I don't like this. Yeah. Now it makes much more sense to me to put myself in a position to either take safe sells below 129,400 or to take safe buys above 129,900. Perfect. Thoughts on gold buys? Gold is shitty, ranging. See, the problem with gold buys is that the daily candle went bullish since New York session, Asian session. 4 hours is bearish, trying to go bullish. 1 hour is bearish, 30 minutes is bearish, 15 minutes is bearish. I mean, it's just ranging. So you gotta wait for the candle to at least flip bullish so you can take a buy. GP Cat. Oh, very nice,
Damien. Especially since the majority of time, GCAD, it goes the opposite of London during New York. Like New York Open, whatever London was doing, it goes the opposite. So that could be right.
You know what, Damien, you have a really nice trade on, because now when I'm looking at it, this was a fake out on GP Cat, that move up. Beautiful.
I could do that too, bro.
Yeah, because price made a resistance here, broke out, did a retest, tried to go up, couldn't go up. Now it's closing back down and under this.
Is that a fake out on the 1 hour?
Yeah.
Or on the 30? Well, yeah, I think it's 30.
Well, yeah, you know, when you look at the time frames.
Check the 1 hour to see what, to see what,
Yeah.
It has to be test that resistance to continue down to that gray zone, which is that's that level.
Yeah.
So I guess if that is correct, my runner is gonna get it stopped out and profit, but it's okay because I was positive for the day.
Nice. Yeah, it's gonna fall down. It's gonna fill this 1 hour wick.
Hey guys,
Hello.
Alex, what were you saying on GCAD?
What's up, brother?
What were you saying on GCAD?
That looks good, bro. Because in GCAD that I've noticed that in New York Open it goes the majority of the time it goes the opposite of what London was doing. So if London was bullish, New York Open would be bearish. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that would go with your analysis, with your chart. So hopefully it does go your way. I mean, this is from watching like GCAD since like March, bro. It's not all the time, not 100% accurate, but it's like the majority of the time it goes opposite of London.
I know GCAD is one of your master pairs.
Yeah, bro. Kind of like my baby. GCAD and UCAD, but I like GCAD because it moves more pips,
Yeah.
GBP pairs, they're very easy. Telling you, bro, I'm already envisioning manifesting. I mean, I have a car, but it's a regular car, When I have a nice car, I'm gonna have like GBP CAD on the license plate. Man, I'm liking that GCAD bias.
Yeah, I think it looks cleaner than GJ right now.
Ooh, someone took sells in GPCAD. Yeah, if you're taking sells now, your stop is at like 62340. That's above the current 30-minute candle.
Wow, look at you 1 hour candle.
Man, I gotta get my last root canal is coming up. I've had 3 root canals in 4 months.
You got your root canal 2.0 right now?
No,
4.0.
2.0 is done. This is the last one now.
Yeah, so 2.5, 3.0.
Yeah. Raja, did you buy GPCAD? Mr. Vikash, no. Why would I buy something that's going down, man? How do you, what? Do you think I'm stupid? And when you look at the daily is bullish. Yeah, okay, whatever, daily is bullish. 4 hours bearish, 1 hour is bearish, 30 minutes bearish, 15. Why would I buy something that's falling down? I don't understand. That's what, I mean, the problem with people is when something moves up, they want to sell. Why? It's moving up. Why would you want to sell? I just don't understand. If something's moving up, you look to see, okay, how far it can go, and then you try to ride it up because it's moving up. It's making sense.
Can I tell you something from a person that used to call tops and bottoms? The only reason why I would think that people is to be first. You know what I'm saying? Like to be first and right, and then with my analysis, like, oh look, I said it first. You know what I'm saying? Compared to like the regular break and retest that everybody does.
Yeah.
Damn it, I called you first.
You know what I'm saying? What everybody's doing, you know?
Yeah.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning. I used to.
As to what you were saying about tops and bottoms, I used to try to do it a lot, but I think what it was for me is more of not be impatient, and you feel like when it's moved so much, you just feel like, oh, this is time for a retracement. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I used to do that first because I wanted to have that wick entry and show off. But, but
there's that too.
But in trying to get that wick entries, I'd get stopped out like 10 times.
Exactly.
You know, so all these guys who post on Instagram wick entries, I mean, how many times are you getting stopped out?
Yeah, those guys are just doing it for clout and for attention.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Rakeel, man, you used to do the same thing back in the day.
Oh yeah, exactly. I used to do that same thing.
But then
that's how you came up with the name Wicks Don't Lie.
Yeah.
Hey, Rakeel be stacking at the top, man. By the time to retrace, maybe like, well, how the hell he closed that shit out? And Rakeel, is the Wicks Don't Lie, is that the Gold Barbie account?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I miss the Gold Barbie days.
Gold Barbie. This Euro JPY buys, I think Euro JPY is going to be a better buy once it breaks above 117,620. Because this is ranging right now, and we don't know where it's going to break. So a safer buy would be above 117,620. Go to, 760 or this resistance you have. That's how I would trade your JPY personally.
Yo, good morning.
Good morning. Oh, GP CAD filled that wick on the one. How big was that? Oh, 7 pips.
Damn, coach, looks like that GCAT trade was nice, eh?
Yeah. Any trader here? Question mark.
Good job.
Yo, Raja.
Hey.
Yo, take a look at EG.
What's happening?
Oh my god, he changed his name to Dimitri. Nice, bro. Nice constant trips.
It's doing that break and retest right now to push up. Like, look on the 4-hour and look left.
To push up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for EG to push up, it's got to break above 0.90740.
Yo, what the fuck? Your chart looks completely different than mine.
Well, you got to get the proper chart on then.
I think mine's good. But overall, I think GBP pairs are gonna like push down all the way.
All the way down?
Well, looking at the weekly on Trader's Domain, like, I mean, we don't really have a bottom. And the previous candle closed bearish.
Constantine, I've noticed something about you, Your analysis is good. Most times it's really good, but then sometimes, when you're looking at the higher time frames, you tend to ignore the smaller time frame zones.
Well, I mean, sometimes you just gotta visualize to see how far can GBP really push up before going the other way, right?
Yeah, that's why you have the smaller time frame zones. I mean, for GJ to break down, I'm looking at, okay, it's got to break below 129.450 for me to have like a safe entry to go down.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and even then, it has to be a nice bearish momentum. I agree.
You guys haven't traded the last couple of days. LA Lakers, I think you haven't been here for the last couple of days.
I've been up since 4, man.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, caught some gold buys and sells.
Hey, Rakeel, can you? Click what, Rakeel?
The option there.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go and get some food.
Some watermelon.
No, you don't have any watermelons. I forgot to get them yesterday. I'm gonna get some mangoes and grapes.
Hey, Alex.
Yes, sir.
Morning, buddy.
Good morning.
You haven't slept at all, right?
Yes, I slept. I went to bed at 10 p.m., woke up at 3:30 for pre-London, and I've been up since.
Oh, wow.
Yes, last night I actually did sleep a little. Usually I stay up the whole through the night, London and New York. How about you, Kerwin?
I mean, I went to bed like 11 p.m. and I woke up at 2. I was
Okay.
waiting for the Zoom call. But, I mean, I tried to get into UJ this morning around 3 a.m. in the morning. I got a couple picks, you know.
Yeah, I saw you.
But shit, the GJ move a lot, man, and EJ too. It really moves 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah,
I have noticed that every London, every day, 3 a.m. in the morning, it's a lot of volatility.
Yeah,
Really good moves.
I love London, bro.
Yeah, man. I think it's way better than New York.
The only thing New York got going is those news events from the United States, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
What are you smoking?
Marlboro, right?
What's it called? I'm smoking a sage to help my spirit, you know?
Yeah.
TP for GP CAD. I mean, when you enter a trade or when you ask for that stuff, you gotta ask yourself, why are you even trying to trade? If you don't know where your take profit is going to be, why are you even trying to trade? I don't understand. It's just so weird. Like when you enter a trade, it's like saying, oh, what's my stop loss? I mean, how would someone know what your stop loss is? It's just so retarded. Like if you look at the chart and you know where your target is, like when you go drive a car, you know where you're going to stop, right? You're not going to go just sit in the car and just start driving and ask, hey, what's my destination? Where am I stopping? You always have to plan that out. Take profit. Like for GJ, if GJ breaks above 129,900, I know my take profit is 130,100, and that's the trade I'm going to take.
Yo, Bobby. Hello. From last night. Sure. Oh, yeah. What's up?
Sometimes I put both sell stop and buy stop where there's a range, like the GJ example. Is that an advisable way to trade, or should you wait to see? Yeah, I think that's a very good way to trade, because yesterday I had a buy stop at 129,720, and it got activated. So in this case, I might look to see have a buy stop at 129.930, but you know, since I'm here, I'm going to be watching to see how price moves, because I really think it's heading to 130-100.
Right, Coach? That if you don't mind, it's good if you don't mind with dealing with slippage either.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's correct. So 30 minutes trying to create some sort of support for a push up further.
Perfect.
Yep. So see what we said? That in this range, 129.850 and 129.500. This is a ranging area here. See how price came down and it didn't go all the way down. It's just starting to range. So a clean move is going to be about 129.900. Remember that. 129.900. Gold is coming down. So whoever's in gold buys, I mean, I think you should at least wait for at least the 1 hour to turn bullish, because from what it seems like, it's heading down. UJ. I think for UJ you might have to wait a bit, because on 30 minutes, you know, this is like resistance at 842 and the support at 728, so that's like almost a 10 pip range. I think you gotta wait. I mean, a break above 850 would be perfect, and a break below 105.700 would be good. Is a buy stop possible for GJ like yesterday? Well, it's up to you. I had a buy stop because I wanted to be safe. You can have a buy stop too. That's okay. As long as you can maintain your risk, it's perfect.
Yeah, that was the analysis from the Asia session. It's same from now. It was ranging last night and now it's ranging too. It's same way.
Yeah, same stuff happening now.
Yep.
Let's do EJ analysis here. Start from the 4 hour. Start from the daily. Ooh, this is resistance here in the daily, man. 117.830. Looks like created a support on the 1 hour. Went up, tapped this area here. And now starting to range. Creating a little box here on the 30 minute. Gotta break this box to either go up or go down. Since I started following you guys, I can proudly say slowly but surely I'm learning more than I did with my mentor. I thought I knew the support and resistance, but this is really opening my eyes. Very nice.
It's also crazy, Rakeel, that, man, what you have for free on your YouTube, there's mentors that charge for that, bro. It's crazy. Like, I was looking at your YouTube videos, and you find so much free value on there. It's crazy, bro. People charge for that shit.
Yep, and then you have people like Chris Olivewell charging them.
Because they can't trade. That's the problem. They can't trade. You know? Because when you can trade, you don't hoard information. Like, I've never hoarded information, never. Every strategy, everything that we found in the charts, I've shown it to everybody. Hey guys, look. Hey guys, look.
Yep. That is so true.
You know, because I always used to think of it this way, that all these successful guys, why are they hoarding so much information? Like, why when you talk to them, they say, oh yeah, you need to be in the group, or you need to buy this course, or you need to do this, you need to do that. You know, and I'm like, well, this does not make any sense. I mean, if I know something, I'd want to tell everybody. And that's the whole point of the live streams and all the webinars on YouTube. But the only thing that costs money is the time that I put in people personally. Because if you look at my Slack now, I have like, 15 messages in Slack pending. So those are all charts that people have sent to me, you know, during the night or in the morning. So that's what I go through every day. I look at the charts, give feedback, and that's how they get better and better over time. There was someone, they told me that there was a group called Mazzini Group. They were added to this Mazzini Group, and basically it's just a big group with a bunch of people. That's it. You know, if you ask a question, you're sent to a drive. Hey, watch this webinar. It's gonna help you.
It's also too the people that buy followers. It's funny, and buy likes. You can see all the comments on their Instagram pages.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm working with this account manager. Blah blah blah. All the spam they receive because they didn't grow organically. If people would just learn to take the time, do things right, and they wouldn't have any problems. But it's all the young kids. Anyone in their 20s really has no maturity for trading, and they're trying to get rich fast. And it's unfortunate. They should go get a job first and realize what it's like to work. And then they wouldn't be so quick to try and put people in positions of disadvantage. And I think that's sort of the bigger issue. People, all these young people are just trying to turn around and cheat everybody. I mean, people are talking about Forex Scalper. He was from Forex family, and now he's cheating everyone. He doesn't make that money. Like, it's all demo, and he lives in an apartment. But the thing is, Instagram can allow you to do anything you want. You know? And you know, people, every young kid is chasing money because they think money's going to bring them happiness. And it's such a fallacy. And when you get older, you're going to realize what you don't need. You don't need all these cars. You don't need a huge house. You need happiness. You need people around you that will comfort you and that will support you. And you're not going to know in your 20s, because in your 20s, all you're trying to do is chase things and impress others. You know, and it's true. I can go toe to toe with any Instagram trader online. I just don't want to, because it's a waste of my time. I'm above everybody in terms of that, and it's not me being arrogant. It's just my approach to things. I never bought followers. I never bought likes. I never did anything where I had to, you know, manipulate a situation. It's always been just pretty organic in terms of what I've done.
Hey, Rakeel, and going back to your comment about you opening charts, man, that's one way of learning too. Like let's, you know, you get smarter by reading books, like, meaning like you keep opening charts, like even with the charts they sent here on the chat, I look at them, and we still learn from that shit. Even if it's not my pay or anything, we're constantly learning, looking at it.
Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true, because every time I review the charts, I always see something I missed in the moment.
I think Rakeel needs to do a video on how to post a chart in the chat room on YouTube.
Yeah.
I just post it there. Honestly, Rakeel, after the webinar, after the live stream, make a small video for 30 seconds on how to post a chart and just put it there so that I can give people the link every time they ask, how do I do this?
Yeah, here you go. Here's the video.
Yeah, give them options. One on TradingView and one on posting a link on like Imgur or something.
Yeah.
Man, it's funny, but that's kind of awesome idea because there's simple people that use that, bro. That, you know, it's crazy.
Forex scalper posts $1 million every day. I'm sorry, but he's not doing that in the market, and I know that because I can easily speak to any brokerage and ask them what they're doing because I have the same liquidity providers.
All right, GJ.
And the stuff that he posts is from our groups, so that's the other thing. He took all our material, copied it, and then created and did his own thing. So.
Can you sue him?
No, but I mean, it's just, you know, he basically ripped off everything that we did, and then he made his own, bought followers, and then started posting demo profits, and people believed us. Yeah. Whatever, people are happy, but let them spend money.
Let them stimulate the economy.
He's the only true family.
How do you get direct liquidity without using a B-book broker? Well, you don't. You go to a prime bank and ask for liquidity if you want.
Come on, GJ. How long have you been trading the market? Well, the market has been trading me for 2 years, 3 years. Because that's what's happened. You know, like in the start, you get traded by the market. Your money gets traded left and right. And you don't even know what's happening.
That's true.
And then slowly you start to learn to trade the market.
Yeah.
Gizzle is happy with the Forex scalper. That's good. That's awesome. You know, some people are happy, some people are sad.
Well, the ironic part is he's happy, but he's over here learning from us. So
yeah, maybe he wants to be.
Maybe you should ask Forex scalper to do live streams.
Double happy. He wants to be double happy.
I think one of the things in here is to do live streams and provide information. You need to be like really good trader. Though. You're not gonna be providing weird information based on signals that somebody else provide to you, because many of these traders out there, they are traders because they get signals and they pass those signals to their groups, and basically that's the way they trade. But to do what Rakeel and you are doing in these live streams, it needs to have like big balls.
I agree.
Yes.
It's priceless what you guys do.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Yo, Rakeel, Javier and Nora were part of the Forex family, right?
Yep. Yes.
Oh, Raja, you got the rocket ship indicator again.
Yeah, rocket ship is forming here because I think the 30-minute candles are creating support. You know, they made a step over here. They're creating support here. There's resistance
here. A minor, I see it now.
Yeah, so if you look at the time is like 7:20 a.m. You know, so this is the time that there's some sort of volume kicks in. So we got 8 minutes left for this candle to close. So either buy stops at 129, 930 are going to work, or if the support gets created, the next candle could possibly wick down and continue moving up.
Yeah, the rocket just fueling up.
Yeah. So let's see what happens.
Rocket Man.
You think GN will fill that wick? Well, first of all, we don't have GN pair over here, and when you say fill that wick, I think you're assuming that I'm looking at that wick, which I'm not, so I'm not sure. So you have to send a chart. Oh, someone sent a chart. Interesting. Dread Logic sent a chart. Let's see if this is the correct one. Dread Logic. Oh, nice. GBP NZD looking good, looking good. See, it has the same structure here on the 30-minute, creating some sort of a support, closing above this resistance. Should have some upside. I wouldn't necessarily have a TP up over here. I'd probably let a runner run. You know me, I'm a little pussy. I'll take 10 pips and then put stops at break even and let the rest run if it runs. That's how I'm going to approach. I should be approaching that trade.
Yeah, it's really got to break out of that level.
Yeah, because you're looking at 80 pips, man. You got to be just...
That level is very, very tough to break. And you have to hope that the information we have on the pound is positive. The New Zealand dollar is already very weak, so hopefully that will give it the strength to continue to move.
Yes.
Rakeel, can you maybe increase the number of participants? I don't know how to pronounce that on Zoom. One guy is saying he cannot join because it's reached 100. So.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I was asking for the ID because we already reached 100 people on the Zoom.
It was full.
It's never been this full, man.
Wow, what's going on?
Full house, bro.
Alright, somebody's got to go. Let me see. I'll filter through this.
It was
Not me, please, Roger.
I had to keep trying to join. You just play the game.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to increase the limit here.
Hey, you. I know you explained this and I intention to do the fly to me, but a friend of mine, he's on the YouTube stream and he wants to post a chart. And how do I do that?
Okay. Alright, so we got 755 people watching. You go to this camera right here, right? I went to this camera and then copy this link right here. See, it says copied to clipboard, right? And then what you do is you grab this last piece of code, this one, and then you paste it. Now, if someone can't understand this, please close your stream, close MT4, withdraw all the money you have in your account, because trading is not going to work out if you can't understand this little instruction.
And commit suicide.
Thank you, Coach. I knew that, but I just wanted them to hear it finally. Maybe they should record it, write it down.
Yeah, you know, so... Oh, there you go. Now we're going to get a whole bunch of people sending a whole bunch of charts. Gold, waiting to see if it clears this zone, then long to 1550. Yes, I like it. That's what I was looking at gold too. Like that zone there is a very, very strong zone. Like that rejected 1535.
I think you have to break below that support for it to be valid. People are going to get caught in that range again between 1530 and 1525.
Yeah.
So do not assume gold is a sell just because it's going down. Gold will range anywhere from 10 to 40 or 50 pips now because of how expensive gold is at this point at $1,500. So you have to be very, very cautious when trading gold and make sure your stop losses are very tight. I had a buy yesterday from the Asian session that ran pretty well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, from 9 p.m. Because it bounced off that support at 15, whatever.
Oh, those buys.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it bounced off at 15.26 and I got out at 15.30.
And that wick, which goes bullish?
Yep.
I saw that. I knew it too, Vic. Just I was there too.
Hey, Ted, quick question. When
Sure.
you open up your chart on gold to do, and then you're gonna get your entries, do you open up like 1 minute charts too?
The thing with gold is the first thing I have to see is I have to see a strong structure. Right now on gold, I don't see a strong structure. I see indecision and I see a support at 15.25 basically. So for me, there's not enough range for me to take a position. But if we had, and also too, I still believe the trend is bullish. We don't have confirmation yet that we're going bearish. It's only been 1 day of bearish movement. So what I look to do is I look to see where we are in any type of trading that I'm doing. I always look at the market structure and I look on the higher time frames. Does the daily candle look like it should be, you know, moving in a direction that's a positive? Like I look at, say, GJ as an example. It's a perfect idea for bullish momentum, right? We have a daily candle that pulled all the way back. Yesterday was bullish and today is bullish right now. So the idea is now you will hunt opportunities based on the fact that the market structure is bullish, and your assumption is that you're going to keep the market structure bullish for the rest of the day, because once again, it's very difficult for structure to change from one direction to another on a daily candle this late in the day. So remember what I just said. This late in the day, it's very hard for structure to change because we've already gone through basically the Asian section and the London session, and now we're going into the New York session, which usually completes the continued push of the current daily candle. So what we're looking for now is we're looking to find on the smaller time frames a support level that will support that idea that we're going up. And if you look on the 30-minute as example with GJ is holding support at 30 minutes. But the problem is you can't take a position yet because we have a resistance level at the 30-minute, which would be still a range. And that's the reason why Rakeel, when he posts his charts, he posts, I'm going to take positions above this level, because what that allows it to do is it allows us to break out of the current range, which we are late to, excuse me, and then push, and then get that continued push. Now, if you looked at 7 a.m. and took a buy off that support and you believe that it was going to hold, you're in a good position right now with GJ. But for the rest of us who are sitting watching, we have to wait for further confirmation of a breakout of this range. And that is how you're going to map out your charts. And then you can start looking on the 5-minute time frame, the 1-minute time frame, to start to try to execute as we continue through the New York session. And obviously keeping in mind the various pushes throughout the New York session. And if you don't know the various pushes, I know you know, Corinne, but if people don't know the various pushes in the New York session, my suggestion is to go back and watch the other live streams and also make notes for yourself on the charts where you have big candle formations at specific times, and make sure that you have that in front of you so that you know that there's a potential for a push. When is it going to happen, and how can I take advantage of that push? And if you do that consistently, you will be profitable.
Okay, thank you.
No problem at all.
This chart makes no sense because you only got 2 lines and this makes no sense at all. If you're trying to take sells, what about this support here? Are you ignoring this support? What about this range here where price is ranging in this box? What about that? So you have to keep those things in mind when you're trying to say it's going to head down, which you never even said that's going to head down. I just assumed that you think it's going to head down because I see a lot of charts from people and I can assume things. Wow, look at this range.
Yo, who's boxing?
Hey.
Mute that clown. Either that or he was having fun under the covers.
Yeah, he was boxing all right.
How did you start trading with Raja? Raja learned from me. That's how they...
Yes.
How did Raja then find you?
Instagram.
I found
break support at 1527, should have an easy path around 1501. I would watch 1525 first.
Rakeel, can you do a little mini bias on UCAD?
UCAD?
Yeah.
Alright, let's break.
I'm seeing it respected. It made a support. It's gonna climb for I don't know.
Alright, let's break down UCAD.
Yay, thank you.
Daily daily is heading down, and the next support where daily can reach is 1.32100.
Yeah, UCAD's looking like a sell to me.
Yeah, that's where UCAD is gonna head off to 1.32100. This is the best case scenario for USD CAD.
Now, what do you see once it hits that support? What do you see it doing? I guess we'll find out, but because remember, it could reach down there, and then New York opens, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We're coming towards a major support right now with UCAD.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what do you? It's a big thing right there.
I wouldn't be surprised if UCAD pushes off this support and then continues up.
That's what I'm looking for. Maybe for the 10 o'clock news will be positive for the USD, helping it go up. But I think it'll go up before 10 o'clock too.
That's where you have your stops, Alex.
I don't have an answer for that.
You're worried. You're so worried about that support.
Man, it's just like, just watching Jeevan's Webbies. When it hits levels, that's when I'm like on it, like, oh, Jesus.
So the thing with UCAD is you have to be very cautious with UCAD. And this is the one thing that people don't talk about. I've seen everybody posting UCAD has been sells. And that's fine, because I've seen the same people post UCADs are buys. And what they forget is the US and Canada are the largest trading partners. They trade the most with each other. And the problem is, and this is what these IG people don't keep in mind, and this is something you have to keep in mind specifically with UCAD, is there's only so much range that the dollar can shift, right? Because remember when people were talking that UCAD was going to go to 136, and I laughed, right? The same people are doing the same thing here, thinking UCAD's going to drop to like 123 or some stupid number. It's not going to happen. The reason why it's not going to happen is because there's too much trade between the US dollar and the Canadian dollar that passes through the borders every day. So there has to be a range that will not affect both currencies. So right now, you can think about this as a cycle. During the beginning of the summer, we had a very strong bullish cycle with UCAD, right? So you can see on the weekly charts, we pushed up. Now we're going into a bearish cycle. That bearish cycle isn't going to go too deep because once again, there isn't enough fundamental information to say that the Canadian dollar is that much stronger than the US dollar. So what you're going to see is you're going to see a bit of a drop. So don't get me wrong, you're going to see a drop, but you're not going to see the drop that you think is going to happen. And this is the biggest mistake that traders make, is they make these assumptions and they put these lines on this chart and they say, oh, it's going to just drop down to here. And when you look at how far that drop is, that could be 1 or 2 percentage points, which can shift the entire grade of an economy, which will hurt the economy more than it will help them. So don't just look from a technical standpoint that, oh, because we went to this lowest level, that we're going to continue to that low. There's a reason probably why we had that low, and now we're moving back to that cycle again. So always keep that in mind, that there's a reason why we stop at a certain level, and it's more to do with a fundamental exchange between the two countries more than a technical. So if the Canadian economy goes into a recession tomorrow and the US economy takes off, yes, UCAD will fly up to 136. If the US economy goes into the recession and the Canadian economy booms, UCAD will go to 126. I agree with those. But if both countries are parallel in their economics, we will just have a cycle or a range in the in UCAD. And what you have to do to see that range is just mark off your daily support and your daily resistance. And you will see a lot of times it's respected amongst that range. So, I mean, if we look at UCAD, I can show right now, I see a range at like 134 to essentially like 128. There's a range there. So, you know, you have a distance to go down to 128, but then once again, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to drop to that level. It means that we're further away from 134 than we are from 128. So if you understand that, let me repeat that. There's higher probability that we're driving towards 128. We may not get there, but we're going more towards the downside than we are the upside at this point. So keep that in mind. If there's a change in correlation with the currency, so if the US dollar strengthens suddenly and the Canadian dollar continues to weaken, then yes, UCAD will fly back up. So keep that in mind as you're trading.
But at the same time, like, you know, when the US cut rates, Canada's gonna follow suit. They'll cut rates too.
Yes, which will allow the cycle to continue. So that's where you'll get that wave pattern on the higher time frame.
Yeah.
So both currencies will become neutral.
Thank you for that breakdown, Ted.
Yeah, no problem.
You guys drink coffee for New York session? No. I just had a chocolate banana cake, bread, and having some really cold water. Uncle Ted, knowing that the news is that China, USA is back on the table, that was announced, gold should go down, or you think those fat whales will make a big move up and then go down to get a better position? Let's take a look here.
There's no confirmation that there's been any change with the China and the US talks. There's only been discussion that they're coming back to the table. You have to remember, for this to have a monumental effect on gold, there has to be a resolution. Anytime you're looking at a economic or political instability on the charts, any discussions are just discussions. Right now, as far as we're concerned, there is still trade tensions with the US and China. So until there is a definite item that is released, there's no change in direction with gold right now. There's going to be pullbacks and exhaustions to allow us to continue moving in the same bias. But right now you have to be very, very cautious, because at any given time, if Trump comes out and says that trade talks have, expired again, that gold is going to go flying. What you need to hear is that there's been a signed agreement saying that this is the current trade agreement with US and China. That will rebound gold back down into like the 1400s.
Remember, guys, that's all smoke and mirrors, just hearsay. Until that thing is finalized and on paper, there's always going to be tension.
Yeah, I'm in a EJ sell here. So.
Ooh. Somebody get sell with me.
Yo, Devore, I just set the previous 30-minute candle. It rejected 550 and I closed bearish, so now it's gonna head down.
Nice one.
Because, like I said, look at the hourly, and then that's your zone. And yeah, the previous 30-minute closed bullish, but then this one closed bearish. So it's like a fake out in that zone to continue further down.
Yeah, but it looked into zone in range, so I thought if it closed below 450, then it will go down. It closed, let's say, in range, so I.
Oh, well, it depends, yeah, but it depends how you draw your zones too, right? So, I mean, I usually just draw my zones where all the wicks are and then the break.
Yeah, your zones were fine. It's just because, like, sometimes, like, you know, price breaks the zone, it never does a retest. Sometimes, you know, price will break a zone and it will do a retest. You know, so those are the things that you're going to learn along the way. Because sometimes I miss the moves too because price just breaks the zone. And you just...
If you don't retest, you missed it.
Yeah. It's just what you learn as you go. Because, like, sometimes, you know, like how if Constantine, he took a sell, he must have seen it happen like a lot of times. And he thought that, okay, like, you know what, it's probably not going to do a retest, so I might want to enter now.
They were killed. Did that little mini GCAT cell do a retest of the resistance? Or just continue down? I didn't check.
I have no idea what GPCAT is doing.
But remember that guy posted that little, oh, see, there it is. Did it retest? Almost. Okay. On MLS. My bad.
Alex. You fucking guy. So I think your GP is coming to, you know, you mark the zone here. Yeah. That's why GJ is trying to move up now. What's this? Oh, someone sent a code. Nope, can't open it. If this 15-minute flips on GJ, is this a good sign for a buy? It's the same scenario as you told yesterday. Interesting. Let's take a look here. I mean, your stop is going to be at 129,600 here. 129,600 is going to be a stop because if 30 minutes is creating a support, this should continue up, break above 129,900, activate my buy stop, and go up. That would be a good scenario. So I guess just like yesterday, it's still a waiting day today.
Yeah, rakeel, there's also news at 8 o'clock. Member of Parliament for GBP is speaking.
Yeah. Your USD buys. Again, your buys are good, but you have to put yourself in the best position. I mean, you have the 1 hour chart. 1 hour has resistance here, one you're ignoring. 1 hour has another resistance here you're ignoring. So this tells me that you don't want to wait, you know? And then there's support right here. And your stop loss does not make any sense too if your entry is right there because this 1 hour candle hasn't closed yet. It can close bearish, who knows? So you have to wait. I think for a good buy, a buy is going to be above this area you have here, like 1.11250, let's say. Because then you have this clean move that happened. So it's going to be mirrored by another clean move. That's going to be the best possible position for a buy. If you can't wait, then maybe trading isn't the right hobby for you, so you gotta wait. Waiting is important. Made $1,400 yesterday in 5 seconds because I waited. Literally 2.5 hours we waited. GP CAD, can up now, question mark. This tells me you are in a buy on GP CAD. Oh, it's moving up. Very nice.
Unless it breaks 62,500, ain't no buys, bro.
Yeah, I think it's got to break above this area.
Yep.
Because there's consolidation right to the left. All right, whoever that is.
No, it is. It's
Dimitri, gone.
Oh, yo, what's good?
I was about to remove you, man. If you're gonna move around, just please mute your mic because it's annoying.
Alright.
No wonder Dimitri doesn't come on our stream. We treat him like shit.
I'm watching GU as well.
Gold looks like it's starting to make a little move as well.
Yeah, GU starting to move a bit as well.
Oh, all these GP pairs are.
Could gold push up when New York opens?
Possibly.
10 minutes and bullish, so.
Yeah, possibly because it's creating that support.
Yeah.
At right this area here.
Yeah, I like GU this morning. I think it's going to break further up. If Paul was here, he would be looking at GU as well.
Oh, I am.
Very good. Yeah, I think GU is going to have a nice push.
There's all these wicks here to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it till it's above 1.22891.
The good thing about GU is if gold does go bullish, that'll give it confluence to move a little bit more.
So you're saying like till maybe 22850?
Yep.
Okay, okay, okay.
On the daily.
Like a safer trade. Sorry, I cut.
Yep. What's up?
No, I'm saying that if it closes like with
I could barely hear him.
Well, the idea right now is GU is starting to push, and we could break out on the daily because we had a little bit of a pullback yesterday, and now we're starting to push. The daily candle is very strong with GU, and the fact that if the pound continues to strengthen and the US dollar continues to weaken, it's a good flip. You have a good correlation. And you can already see on the 15-minute and also on the 30-minute, we're starting to break above that current level. So that's good news as well. So I'm watching it for 8 a.m.
Do you think it's gonna go make a higher high?
Well, right now we're breaking out of that zone on the 30-minute. So if it does continue to move at 8 a.m., if there is opportunity, then we can continue to go all the way up and probably break out of the daily candle that's currently right now.
Yeah, I think Ted, you're right. The daily candle, this whole wick at like 22850 is gonna get filled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the area I'm worried about.
What's this here? So someone is taking buys on EU while it's moving bearish. Well done. Well done.
I don't know, I like EJ, it's really clean.
Yeah. Wicks don't lie. You find your candle on the daily, then find support resistance on the 30-minute. Yes, exactly. So I looked at the daily on GJ here, and I saw that the previous daily was bullish. It closed above all these candles here to the left, and then I'm thinking, okay, well, if GJ daily is bullish, it should head to the daily wick fill. That's 130, 140. And then next thing I want to do is to find out if it's going to move up. I want to find supports on the small time frames to see that, okay, if this support holds, I have a good chance of having a buy. So I go to the smaller time frames, and what do I see? I see that it's ranging between 129,860 and 129,500. So in a 30 minute you get more information. So then I say, okay, well, now we got to break above 129,900 to go to 131.40. That's the daily wick fit. So now I'm going to position myself above that area and just aim for these pips here, 20 pips. Oh, gold is moving up.
That gold's starting to move as well. It should be a good North American Open in 8 minutes.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Oh, we've broken a benchmark here on YouTube today. Almost 900 people.
Ooh.
Interesting.
It gets a bunch of views afterwards.
Yeah, like it's growing pretty nice organically, you know, like as long as people keep hitting the like button, because it helps YouTube to really show it to everybody.
Yeah, if we hold the support on GJ, I think you're right, Rakeel. We're going to break past that easy.
Yeah.
Kind of a replay like yesterday, eh?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Those candles been happening a lot.
Yeah. Found you guys a few days ago and love how you break down your charts. Oh, thank you, thank you.
Why would we want to set up a trading championship? Such an immature thing to do.
Let's start a trading championship.
It's such an immature thing to do. There's no competition. The idea, your only competition is with the market, and your only other competition is to make sure that you preserve capital.
Oh yeah, we got MPC members speaking and GBP. This will be interesting. Sells below 129,450 and buys above 129,935. Ted's volume is fine at my end over here.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, it's just, I think people just either don't have the right settings on their computer, or they don't have the right sound cards on their computer or phone or something.
See, UJ retraced back. That's why it's important to wait for candles to close. Look at it. Seemed like it's going to break down, but it pulled right back up. Like it pulled up its pants. What did EJ do? Ooh, EJ is still there.
Can EJ be actually making the higher low to go up or make a higher high?
To go up?
To form a higher high?
I was actually looking at it from a selling perspective because it broke support. And even if it comes up at like 117,420 for a retest, there's still like a 14-15 pip range. So, you know, someone can now say, oh yeah, these guys only go for 15 pips, but I mean, there's support after 15 pips.
Oh, yeah.
You know, can't have a fucking 40 pip stop below support. Who knows what's gonna go there? You gotta be logical.
When I hear people talking about the style of trading, I look at security, because I've never commented on other people's other trading other than the fact that they're in huge drawdowns. That's the only thing I've ever commented on, is the fact that people go into massive drawdowns that are unnecessary. Everybody wants that big win to show off, to post, instead of just collecting and accumulating small wins every day. And you would never be you'd be in barely any drawdown. I think my max drawdown is maybe 7 or 8 pips maximum. Most times it's like 3 or 4 based on entry on the smaller time frames. And I see all these people going into 20, 30, 40 pip drawdown. You could have easily taken the opposite side of the trade and be done for the day. Like, why would you go into that deep of a drawdown?
I think part of it's the time frame people enter on.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, it's just, the idea at the end of the day is to make money, and if you're making money, there shouldn't be any problems at all with anybody the way they trade.
Waiting to see how it reacts at this level. Could be some impulse sells once touches and continue up if it breaks. Yeah, garbage, no thank you. That's true. That is true. Garbage. Look at GJ. Whoever entered an early buy on GJ is just gotta wait for it to break above.
Yes, everyone's chasing, especially right before the New York session too. Like, why would you just wait?
They became the wick.
Yep.
I'd clearly see something on GU that I do not.
Well, it's just a pullback for the New York.
It's what?
A pullback for the New York Open.
Oh yeah, but even those buys, I think it looks messy.
We'll see.
I'm sure it'll be right, but
You have to, the daily candle won't flip because it's bullish. What you'll find is the daily candle is pulling back right now to gather liquidity to go further up. So you have to wait now for this 30-minute candle to close, and the next 30-minute candle will pull down. As long as it doesn't break the previous support, it will then push all the way back up.
Ready for GJ.
Get ready for GJ. Maybe speech is gonna make it blast through my buy stops.
Yeah. Go GJ. That's my GJ.
I have a head and shoulders pattern indicating a fall on GU.
Okay.
Well.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
I think it's gonna fall because of the dollar and that previous resistance, but I don't know what the shoulders is all about.
Am I muted? Question mark.
Probably.
No, you can't. You can't speak on. You can't speak on YouTube.
Ted, you don't think the USD JPY deal for the trade, like the corn and all that, and the grain and shit, is going to strengthen the dollar over the pound?
No. Because the pound is already setting up deals with the U.S. dollar as well, and in general, the pound has always been stronger than the U.S. dollar.
So if they're both good, the pound will just be better.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was expecting JPY and the dollar to get strong this week.
Yeah, but you also have to understand that the pound in history has always been stronger than the U.S. dollar. So once the pound starts rebounding, it's going to always be stronger than the U.S. dollar. There's always that imbalance. So if there's a trade agreement set up with the pound and the United States dollar, it will benefit the U.S. dollar more, or sorry, the pound more than the U.S. dollar.
Okay.
God
I don't know why, because Elizabeth is a lazy fuck bitch.
Money management is holy grail. Yes, that's the holy grail. Money management.
And if you look right now, like the hour candle is forming support to break out on GU.
Yes. GJ is also moving up.
Gold had a nice push on the 5-minute.
Yes. Gold created support and gotta move on.
So if we go above 122,770 on GU, that's actually a good push at that point.
Oh, what the fuck is this? Sell.
Did anyone see my story from last night when the guy was jumping in the canal?
Yeah. So this is what I used to do. I used to say that if price is going to come up to resistance, I will sell. If price will come to support, I'm going to buy. That's what you don't want to do. You need to wait for confirmations. And plus, I don't even know what this pair is. One chain Bitcoin. No idea. Is that Bitcoin? I don't know. One chain.
I think that means vegan food and Bitcoin.
Vegan food and Bitcoin. Teach me how to trade, and I will drop out of my university. I think you should continue your education. Nice. People are getting smarter now on YouTube. They're sending correct links. Oh, it's too bad, so sad. Can't see the whole thing.
Gold's looking nice, man.
Gold's going to continue till 1534. Seems like it.
At least.
Yeah, the 4-hour wick fill.
Yeah.
1534, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
10 pips, usually from that, hourly candle start.
Could potentially be 50 and 37 too, though, because.
Yeah, if you look on the goal, you'll see 30-minute was support, creating a support in the 15-minute. And if you look on the 5 and the 15, you see how the EMAs were creating a support for, and that's where I got in at. I grabbed 30 pips and got out.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
GJ 4-hour. 50 EMA plus supply.
GJ
Yeah.
just looks locked right now. I mean, personally, if I want to buy GJ, I'll buy above the higher high.
Yeah, this makes sense here. I mean, just kind of waiting.
GU and GJ.
Yep, they're all gonna go up. GJ, GU.
GU is gonna fly right now.
Yeah.
That's the rocket on GG as well.
Yeah, GU, you're gonna break above this 15-minute candle. We've created support, and we're off to the races now. As soon as we break above this 15-minute candle.
And then gold's gonna start pushing up too.
Yeah,
that's right.
My GCAD runner up 38 pips, so if it goes up, that's even better.
Yeah, it's gonna break up. It's just about ready to go. The 30-minute candle on GU found support. Remember we talked about that. As long as we didn't break below, that's where you would have taken your entries on the 30-minute candle, and that's how you would have traded GU.
Let's go, GU.
So 820 is the target, the first target for GU.
820.
Yeah, 1.22 820.
Can you give a buy stop for GU? Vikash, you ask another question like that, I'm honestly gonna block you forever from YouTube. I've had enough of Vikash, honestly. Comes on, where's the stop loss? Where's the buy? What's the trade? What's this?
Listen and watch, and you will learn.
We talked about GU for like 5 minutes straight.
We said as long as we don't break below the previous support, it would go up, and that's what it did. You had an easy buy right at the market open.
This is what I get DMs from people, regarding like fitness, and honestly, it's the dumbest shit ever. So I just sometimes I don't even reply. it just makes me so upset. So I can't even imagine, because you guys have got like thousands and thousands of followers. So the level that you guys are on, Ted Rakeel, is just going to be a scale of magnitude more than what, and it's just, it's too much for me. I can't deal with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, some questions are very relatable to bodybuilding too.
Yeah, there's a few.
Hey, if I start eating broccolis, will I start to gain more muscle?
Yeah, actually, oh my days, there was a girl who was on a broccoli diet.
Broccoli diet?
Yeah.
Farting all day.
She'd have low-fat protein shake for breakfast, and then she'd eat 3 bowls of broccoli. Right, okay.
But that's all our body needs to function is a bowl of greens and we're good.
Whoever sent this chart, I'm not gonna name you, but I don't know. But you got resistance right over here. First of all, it's gotta break that resistance to go all the way up over here. But your support is solid. You got a great support. That's pretty good. I like that.
It's a pretty major 4-hour resistance for it.
Yeah. See now, GJ is ranging, no trade so far. Only had one. Oh, where'd that trade go?
Got that GJ by pre-New York.
Yeah, that's the only trade I got so far. So Raja, what do you think about WAN BTC? I have no idea what WAN BTC is, so I have no opinions on that. Someone's.
I only got like a external mouse, and when I like scroll up and down on the little spinner thing, it zooms out. Oh my god. It's just luxury over here.
Euro JPY. Some people took sells in Euro JPY with the stops above the breakout candle. So this is the breakout candle right here. The 7:30 AM candle. This is the breakout candle. And target should be, 117,300. I think that's a good target. So now, when you take this sell, you're saying that as long as price stays below the previous 30-minute candle high, it should continue down to this area.
I got 5 on it.
I got 5 on it. You cannot stop me now.
That was a good move. This is us, or us.
Yeah, you liked it, Ted? I like this first one, Get Out, better, but yeah.
I watched Angel Has Fallen the other day. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I went to the movies too. It's really good.
Oh, I watched it on at home.
Oh. I saw that. But I took my kids to the movies, so that's why.
Man, you guys remember back in my day, movies used to be $10. Now they're like $30.
Not on Tuesday.
No, yeah. Well, actually, I went on Friday. It was $12. No, $15. If I go on Thursdays, it's like $8.
I haven't.
Where is that, bro?
Yeah.
AMC Western. AMC Western. They have those seats which are really good.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for the knowledge spreading. Could you take a look at this EN chart? Yes. Only because you had good words to say. Yeah. So what about this chart? You got support, so you're waiting for support to break for a continued move down. That would make sense with the euro being weak and with Euro JPY moving down as well. So yeah, I mean, if that's what you're thinking, because the chart is not labeled at all, so I don't know what you're thinking.
Maybe he just wanted his supports checked.
Yeah, it's like getting your teeth checked. What broker are you using, Raja? Traders Domain and Vantage.
Did you see that there's this new like IG brokerage now?
IG brokers?
Yeah.
Oh, that the one from the UK?
Instagram brokers.
Instagram brokers.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
One of my buddies uses it, and those are legit.
Surprising you don't get your money.
Why? What's happening?
What do you mean?
What's happening with IG broker?
Oh, he just switched to it, and I mean, good spreads and like quick instant payouts, I believe.
Oh.
What's your opinion on that, Ted?
Well, I mean, there's thousands of brokers out there. Every brokerage has their own client base. I think it comes down to personal preference and reviews with your friends that have used that brokerage, right? Because, I mean, a lot of brokerages, the best way to grow, like I've grown my brokerage, has been organically. I've never advertised, I've never done anything because I don't want to put things out there where I get the wrong type of traffic. Like my clients, I've got, you know, the client base that we have, and there's no issues. I don't have people bothering me, you know, everybody knows what the expectations are because their friends have told them. So we don't have to turn around and set expectations because their friends have set the expectations.
Oh, I think we're about to break.
Yep.
I think we're about to. Yeah. GU is running and GJ is about to hit the buy stop. This is good.
Yeah, GU is about 4 pips from profit.
Yeah.
From my take profit.
Some guys are in early GJ buys as well, so that's beautiful.
I'm waiting for gold. I'm in GJ buys from 739.
Oh, nice.
I'm waiting for gold.
Go GJ.
Go GJ. Go GJ.
Break a little bit more.
I might have a little struggle in this area. Ted.
That's right. Yep. I'm already up.
Yeah.
It's just because once it created that support on that previous 15-minute candle, it was an easy buy at that point. Yeah. Because the 30-minute candle finished indecision, but it finished to the bullish side, so you knew that we were going to have a continuation of that move on GU.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's still got to go higher before there's even any kind of drop that happens. But
yep.
It just, well, there was like 10 to 12 pip range, and it just wasn't enough for me.
Guess most traders know each other. Yes. Is this going to be recorded? Yes. Raja, did you see Vantage FX took away credit card withdrawals? No, I did not see that. Because I don't withdraw to credit card.
There she goes.
If Asian session was bearish, London session was not, that doesn't matter. It's this thing that, oh, if the Asian is bearish and London is bullish, New York will be bullish or bearish. It doesn't work that way. You have to look at where price is, what zones it's at, what's it doing. Like, oh, so close.
Is that what someone just said?
Yeah, I mean, I used to look at it that way as well, but once I started to understand how price moves through zones and acts in different areas, then that really changed my mindset.
I mean, it has to be bullish or bearish. It's going to go one way or the other.
Yes.
Oh, did it hit your TG pad? It just popped up.
It's on its way.
It's on its way. It's on its way. Let's see what GJ is doing. Oof.
Okay, I just closed.
Nice.
There we go. 820 hits. So there's your take profit smashed.
Oh, my buy stop got activated on GJ.
And some more. And some more.
Buy stop got activated. Oh wow, GU ran way more.
Easy money.
Yep.
I love those days.
Nice one.
I held a bit of drawdown with GJ, I'm not gonna lie, but
yeah,
I wasn't over leveraged, and I thought it was gonna do what I thought it was gonna do.
Oh yeah, me too. I got an early entry on the 15 minutes when I started seeing those wicks to the downside. I saw some rejection from there, so yeah.
but as long as you manage risk, it's okay.
That's right, yeah. And I had a stop loss too, so.
Yeah, me too.
It was a good day with GJ and G. GJ's going to break up into probably, I think 130, 470 is a great target for GJ today.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I seen that push and it kind of stalled when it got to 970. So I was like, well, look, you've done X amount on your accounts, close.
I think GJ's going to go to 130, 400. The first stop with GJ is probably going to be 130, 145, 130.
Is that,
yeah.
Is that a signal, Ted? To get back in, or?
It just seems like it's going to go, well, we're going to at least get to 130. I know that. That's going to be an easy target for GJ, but I think ultimately probably 500, back up to 500, 480 is probably very reasonable. At least 250 in that area too. So if you're in GJ, you can probably hold these for a while, set your stop loss and profit, and just let it run.
Yeah, I closed 2 positions. I have 2 runners. One of them is going to 130.12.
Yeah.
To cover the previous. There's a wick on the 15 minutes.
Yeah, it should be no problem. I think once we get to around 8:45, so in the next 20 minutes or so, you should see a bit of a pop. I think we'll get a pop towards 9 o'clock. So it's okay. But GU target was hit easy. That 30-minute candle basically did what it was going to do. At this point with GU, I think.
Yeah, there was a very good pop on GU.
Yeah, I think at this point the target for GU is pretty much hit, so it might struggle in this area now. But if you can hold it, if you got a good entry and you can hold it, I think you have opportunity more for the upside with GU because there's really no traffic on the daily. If we break above 122.900. So if we do break above 122.900, it could fly. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I closed my buy stop I had at 5 pips. Negative 5 pips.
Negative 5 pips?
Negative, yeah. I closed half of it, so I'm letting half run because, you know, I'm not really sure, so I'm just letting half run. Oh, it's running.
Is that GU or GJ Rakeel?
GJ.
No, I think GJ's okay. GJ's going to have a bit of a pullback right now, but I think you should get to 130, 145. I think
130, 100.
It's the previous 5-minute candle pushed up really hard.
Yes.
So there's a bit of exhaustion.
And kind of a bit of exhaustion, tapped into a zone, and now this 5-minute candle is starting to push up, so it should fill this wick and beyond really.
Target is going to be reached.
What happened to Zilly, Ted?
I don't know.
Nothing happened to Zilly. What happened?
Yeah. What happened?
What did he do now? Because I've not seen him in the chat for like a year or something.
Oh, yeah, he's off doing his thing now.
Is he still trading stuff?
I haven't spoken to him in 6 months. But I think he's doing things. I think he's got his own construction company now. He built a construction company.
Off the back of trading?
I don't know. I think he traded and then decided he didn't want to do it anymore, and then opened up another company and is doing that. He was young. He was only in his he was only 20 years old, 21.
So GJ is supposed to go up, yes, but the most important thing is you need to have a stop loss.
Yeah.
Have a stop. Know that if GJ, comes to a certain level, you're going to be out of the position. Always know that. You guys have made trading enjoyable. Thank you.
I think a lot of the time before when I used to trade without a stop loss.
Yes.
And it used to kind of be me not wanting to accept the fact that you could possibly be wrong.
Yes.
And then when you're like, okay, you can be wrong, it's okay to be wrong, put your stop loss here. And it's like, okay, the stop loss is hit, right, okay, let's close the charts, relax, come back tomorrow. You feel better. Whereas when you feel avenged, or feel like vengeful, you want to chase it, and it's just bad. It's bad.
Does this feeling happens in weightlifting too? Like, let's say if you want to lift maybe 400 kilos, and you're gonna say, okay, you know what? If I can't lift it, I'm a failure or something like that.
So I remember at the start of the year when I'd be like literally, because what happened was at the start of the year I tore my hamstring, like a grade 2 tear, so pretty significant. And then I tore my lower back as well, like 3 weeks after that. So the session where I tore my hamstring, like I was deadlifting and I lifted the weight and I felt a pop. Then I kind of was like, right, okay. I sat down, I was like, right, okay, yeah. I tore my hamstring right there. Okay, let's just take 5 minutes. Let's take some water. Let's go back and deadlift the same weight. What? Like when I look back now, I'm just like, you idiot. What was you doing? You feel like shit, Rakeel.
Yeah.
Then I was like, yeah, I've torn my hamstring. I'll take 3 weeks off. Came back 3 weeks later with a torn hamstring and tore my back.
So if you're in GJ right now and you've taken the 30-minute push, you should be looking at potentially closing your trade or moving your stop loss in profits, because we've tapped into a 30-minute zone, and the next 30-minute candle can pull all the way back and knock you out of your position and then continue all the way up. So you have to be very careful. The idea would be here is if this 30-minute candle blasted through this zone, then you're safe to continue on to the next level. But because we're still stuck in this zone here, your take profit point should be taken at any given time, because we've broken out, but we've failed to really break above this current zone on the 30-minute. So you have to be very careful in the next 30-minute candle, because that could pull all the way back and knock you out. So this is a point where when you're trading, you have to understand candle closes and the fact that sometimes taking profit now is better than trying to hope that we go further up if at this point we're starting to stall again. Because there could be a point where this trade pulls all the way back into the zone, which is it might pull back all the way to 129,780. So keep that in mind. You might reverse 20 pips very, very quickly. So don't get too greedy with your take profit. If you're 15, 20 pips up in GJ, even 10 or 12, you might want to take profit and enjoy the rest of your day, because you can see right now this candle is struggling a bit, and the next half-hour candle, we don't know what's going to happen. So keep that in mind. If GJ does pop up to 129 or 130, then you might find that that is a point where you exit, because then for sure we're going to have a pullback, because we're going to get back into that zone. So manage your trade accordingly. You should not lose in this position, essentially. That's what I'm trying to get at, is if you're in profits, you should not lose profits at this point with GJ. If you do, you're a dumbass. All the trades that we've taken right now are heavily in profit, so you should not, your stop loss should be moved to above break even. Give yourself maybe 5 or 6 pip profit, and then let the trades run after that. Don't get stuck in losing trades at this point.
Oh. Ted, I closed my GJ positions in profit. Now the last runner is stop loss in profits. What are you on about?
I just explained it.
What you on about, mate?
I just explained how to manage your trade. Because we're in a major zone right now on the 30-minute. You can see based on Rakeel's chart, there's a highlighted section that this candle's going through. We need to break through this section to create a new support at the targets. If we don't, there could be a potential that we pull all the way back to the previous level.
Yes.
So just be very, very cautious. And we're coming towards the 30-minute close, so anything can happen at the next 30-minute open. So if you're happy with your profits, take your money.
Yes.
Black box is calling 130.300. Yes, I agree, but once again, we're trying to conserve profits. How do you know it's a 30-minute region? Because this is a 30-minute chart, and there is a wick right to the left, and it is 8:28 a.m. John, this is Uncle Ted speaking, not Wicks Don't Lie. Wicks Don't Lie entered later than I did.
Yes.
He had a buy stop at way earlier, way later. That's all.
Let's go.
Oh, selling gold.
Yes, sir.
Damn, gold created support, tried to go up, and then boom, down.
I only got one position though at 1532. 56.
We might make it to 130 in the next 1 minute. Come on.
I really like the way
Yeah. I want the 130. Get the 130. Come on, you can do it. I don't think we'll get to 130. Oh, maybe we will.
It will. It's going.
It will 130?
Yeah, it's gonna hit 130.
Oh, 30. 129,990. Well, that's good. Now that's actually a good target because if it pulls back, more than likely, the pullback will probably be into like 129,800 now.
Yes.
If it pulls back, so that's good. So we're safe. That was actually a good strong candle close for the 30 minutes.
And 130 coming. And
130.
You guys should know what you sound like.
130.
These guys are so immature. Oh my god.
130 can.
Actually, if you look on the 30-minute, this is the same thing that happened yesterday. Exactly the same thing. Take a look at this. So look at this area here, and then look at this area right here. Same thing, same time. Well, this was late.
No, this time.
There goes the push down.
GJ 130 100 good TP. I think before having a TP you should know what your stop loss is going to be. If your stops are in profits, that's perfect. How likely is GJ to break and continue 130? It just tapped 130, so I mean, if it's more likely, I think it's more likely to break above 130 than to continue bearish.
My entry was at 129,673. which was support on the 15-minute candles and the 30-minute candles when we had that pull down. And this, it was basically entered off of the current candle that we're in, or the previous 30-minute candle. So that was your opportunity. And if you look on the 5-minute candles, the 5-minute candles were holding support, so it was an easy entry at that point as well. There was basically no drawdown, because there was 5-minute support, 15-minute support, and then 30-minute support. Stop loss was effectively right below at 129,600. And you can see what we talked about with this current candle on GJ. See how it pulls back? That's the reason why you closed just before the 30-minute candle, because you would have gotten the biggest profit. If you're going to hold, you're going to find that we're going to tap right back into that previous level and then continue to pull.
So what's assessed?
Gold is ranging. I already explained that. You're going to find that on the hour charts, unless we break 1525, it's probably not going to be valid trades. You can see, if you look on the hourly on gold, there are no strong candles with gold. It's a waste of time. I don't even think you should be looking at gold. All that's going to happen is you're going to get stuck in a range, because it's going to bounce around up and down before it picks a target. Look at the times where you see big, large candles with gold. That's the times that you want to be trading. And you will see there's multiple opportunities to take entries. And when you see gold candles that look like this, there's the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, there's been no candle body. So why would you even be looking at gold? It doesn't make any sense. You guys have to think logically. Look at candles where there are large movements and take those movements. People just still don't understand the importance of understanding structure and seeing what's happening. You can see on the daily candle, there's barely any movement on the daily candle. So today is not a good day to trade gold. You can see, based on looking at the daily candle, the small range that it has. And the hourly candle is a small range. If you look at what we did with GJ had a full push. There was a nice clean support, and we had a nice strong candle push right through that zone. All you had to do is map out a stop loss, and your risk to reward was perfect. And now if you look at GJ, what you can do is you can start hunting GJ that when the next 30-minute candle goes bullish, there's a potential for us to go right to that target, and this 30-minute candle is just a fake out to pull further back up.
Man, I could have entered GJ earlier if I really believed it's going to go up, but I didn't believe enough. Not satisfied with my performance today.
I think you're still good. If this holds support, this is the new support that's being built on the 30-minute. I think the next 15-minute candle will pull back a little bit and then continue further up.
Yeah.
Just because when you look at the daily on GJ, there's so much room for it to push.
Yes, let's take a look here. that wick fill, and then all the way to 13600.
Yep. Yeah, I think the daily still has a lot more room to push. So I think we're just getting a pullback before 9 a.m.
What time is it in Canada right now?
8:37 a.m.
Oh, so you mean New York? Okay.
Yeah, so right around 9:30, I think we should have a continued push through. I think what we might find is this 30-minute candle on GJ will just hold support. And then what you might find is the next 30-minute candle just push right up.
Gold's at support. Am I looking at chart right? 15, 29, 50.
Yep, that's about right. It is at support.
I still think it could drop down to like 15.26 or 15.24.
Yeah, I'm just watching it. I'm not taking anything until it breaks below 15.25 range there. Well, my GU trade ran pretty well, so I'll let this GJ trade do what it does.
What days of the week? Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday.
I don't use Fibonacci, so I don't know what fib lines are or whatever. All I look at is current candle movement. And you have to understand to go from 15.29 to 15.15, what is going to be the catalyst for that movement? What is going to be the fundamental discussion that gold will drop $15 in 1 hour or 4 hours? You have to think about that as well. And right now there isn't any news breaking for the US dollar yet.
Just at 10 a.m.
Yep. When you say hunt additional trades, so would you want support respected on 5, 15, and 30-minute frames? Yes. So the idea is what you're looking at is a new structure being formed with the next set of candles to break further up. So if you look right now on the current structure that we see, there is essentially a box, right? So this is what you're looking at, first off, is you're looking at this box, which is right over here. And you're saying if that box breaks, it's going to break up. It broke up, so you have this candle now, and what you're looking at is the next set of boxes to then break up to this target. That is what you'd be looking at. So you have to then identify a stop loss and a take profit based on that information, and also based on your risk to reward.
I think if this 15 or 30 minute can close bullish on gold, I think we're going to push up. Just because if you look at the previous 30 minute candle, it's a bearish rejection from 15.32, and with all of that momentum coming down, it still couldn't break 15.29.50. So if this candle can close bullish with a little bit of significance, I think we're going to push up again and fill the previous wick. Especially because, like you say, New York Open's coming now. So if this 15 candle closes bullish, the next one might possibly push up.
Yep. No, I tend to agree. I just don't like the fact that gold is raging so hard right now hourly.
Yeah. Oh, the hourly I don't see. Oh, okay, yeah, it's not trending very well.
Yeah. but it's slowly starting to climb, but it's not enough to give it full definition.
Yeah.
For GJ, the support zone in the middle, why did you plot that zone there? What time frame did you look at? So basically, you're just looking left, right? You're looking left, you see the 30-minute candles were rejecting at this area as well, so this acts like a resistance, right? So now this resistance has been broken with the previous 30-minute candle, so now you can expect it to come down, create another support, and continue moving up. If you look on the 1 hour, it makes much more sense because see, this was resistance in, you know, like after London. Now we have a breakup. Sell stop. Yeah, this makes sense. Sell stop below support. Yeah, I normally look at the 30-minute because the 30-minute gives me enough confirmation for the trade. Because if I'm waiting for the 1 hour, 1 hour gives a better confirmation, but then you end up missing like a big of a move. Like that's how I approach it. So I normally wait for the 30-minute. I think it works out really, really well. Yes, so the idea is when you're looking at smaller time frames, what's going to happen on smaller time frames, you're going to get a lot of trades, lots of quantity of trades, but there won't be good quality of trades. On the higher time frame, you'll get less quantity of trades, but there will be higher quality trades. That's something you really got to keep in mind. Ooh, someone caught GJ buys from 129.400. They had a buy stop at 129.400. Very nice. So this was their trade idea. Let me try to see if I can get the link. Is this it? Oh, can't get it. Looks like I'll have to go all the way down here, open this, and open this. Yeah, this was the buy stop. Sell stop below support, buy stop above the 4-hour candle high. 40 pips.
Good morning.
Good morning.
morning time. How are you doing?
What?
Hey, good morning, Sam. How are you doing?
Tired.
Very nice, very nice.
Morning, rakeel.
Doing good, doing good.
Yo, what's up, Mac? I didn't know it was you, man.
Why? Your voice rusty?
How are you doing, bro?
Doing good, bro. Okay, I can't even sleep because we're doing construction next door. Place. I'm building a hotel. I've been drilling shit since 6 in the morning.
Oh, I can hear it.
Yeah, you can hear, right?
Ooh, this is some great analysis over here on GJ. Rejection on 1 hour. Well, this would be support. Support closed above 1 hour resistance. Entry point because the 15 may make higher high and higher lows. TP point because it was a clean candle here. Very nice.
It kind of looks like your analysis.
Yes, very nice.
That's in German. I can't deal with this fucking adrenaline. Be right back.
So it looks like these pairs had a move, strong move, and now they're just consolidating for a move later on. Are you still holding GJ? Nope.
Yeah, probably for when MY opens. You got DJ buys and you called GU, right?
Yeah, Ted called GU.
Nice.
Yeah, I think GJ will pop up a little bit more, but we gotta wait. Can it tap to 800 like Ted said? No, I already said it tapped 800. We already got to GU already. It went way past 800 on GU. GU went all the way up to 122,860.
Yeah,
it went way past take profit point. GJ, we should be going to 130. I already said it. We should be going to essentially 130. Give me a second here. 130, 145, and then eventually 130, 430. That's where we should be going if we continue bullish momentum. If you're already in the trade, you have a nice take profit points.
Nice. Thank you.
Essentially, once we get a 30-minute bullish candle, we'll be off to the races, because the next hour candle will then be a push, and that will drive it all the way past Rakeel's target. If you look at the hour candle right now in GJ, all we're doing is we're pulling back. So as long as we don't pull back too deep, the next 30-minute candle should push us further up. So let's see what happens. But your stop loss should be in profit, and you should be just enjoying your morning or afternoon.
This looks good to me, forming good support. Let's take a look at this. Yes, that's exactly what I'm looking at. GJ is trying to form some sort of a support. When do the buys become invalid? So now when you're looking on the 30-minute, okay, so let's investigate here. So you're looking on the 30 minutes, and now 30-minute created resistance right over here, right? So when a candle closes below this area, let's say 129,800, then the buys become invalid because you're expecting price, essentially price broke out here. You want for price to do a retest. For a confirmed retest, you want candles to create some sort of a support, because if it is an uptrend and you have a support formed, then you can say, okay, my stop is going to be below support, and then we're going to have a move continuing up. So you need a support formed. You know, I'm just looking at GJ, and I should have entered before, because my bias was bullish. My bias was just going to break it, but I think the break would have came from right before New York open.
Yep.
So could have just stuck to that and maybe caught what? Oof, 15, 20 pips.
Don't worry, it's going to pull back, and you'll get the same entry as everybody else did a half hour ago.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about GJ. You can rip 20 pips in half an hour and pull back 20 pips in half an hour.
Yeah, you can double dip.
That's right.
Wow.
I think the next candle, the next 30-minute candle for GJ, will need a tap down and then a push up.
Ooh. Someone sent me a chart there in EJ buys. They recognize this move down as a fake out to continue up.
GJ, if you watch the 5-minute candles, we're creating a support there. So it might be a good opportunity coming up in the next half hour.
What if GJ makes a fake out? Well, here's how my mind is running right now. Since I recognize the fact that, you know, like maybe I could have been aggressive and entered here and had more pips, hence more profit, I would have been okay. But since I did not, so in my mind I'm thinking, okay, you know what? Now I'm not gonna take another trade here for the day, because should have executed better here.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Bless you.
So the GJ setup that we looked at was pretty straightforward, because when you do top-down analysis and you look at the daily candle was already pushing bullish. So your job as a trader was to find an opportunity where a support was being created so that you would find a push up. And now with that in mind, you have to understand how the current session works and where are there opportunities in the market. So if you look at the previous candles that pushed up, where are those candles in relation to this particular session? If you don't know the answer, you should be off the live stream and you should be studying the different parts of the current sessions, the New York session, the USA, or the New York session, the London session, and the Asian session. You should be understanding those correlations, because there are certain points in those sessions that produce volume because of market open, stock market opens, news events, things of that nature. So when you see these opportunities, as you trade more often in the particular session with a particular pair, you will start to recognize them. If you don't recognize the opportunities now, you lack experience and education, and it will come with time. So every day you come to the charts and you see, how would I have been able to get that move, and what do I have to do? And that will be your answer. So if you look at the current 15-minute candle on GJ, what did we talk about? A support being created. So now you as a trader could turn around and say, hey, am I going to take an entry on this candle, or am I going to wait for the next candle? And what is my take profit and what is my stop loss? If you're more aggressive, you would have entered on the 5-minute candles. If you're conservative, you'll wait for maybe a half-hour candle to close. These are things that you have to determine based on your own risk tolerance. No one can teach you this. No one can tell you which is the right way. All this stuff is subjective based on your current risk tolerance.
Raja is making millions every day. It's a huge money here in our country. I do not make millions every day. That's false. That is false. Ooh, wow. We have...
It's about the process anyway, man. That's what you should be focusing on, not the monetary volume.
But you know what I just noticed? I have 256 plus 114... 370 engagement points. 786 divided by 370. 2.2 engagement ratio, which is really high on YouTube. Because 256 likes and 115 dislikes. So that's engagement points.
Yeah.
The algorithm sees that as, oh, even if people are disliking it, they're engaged in the video. So that actually helps boost up all the views and like, you know, the spread on word. So that's really good. That's actually pretty amazing. Because even if you dislike or like, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's attention at the end of the day.
Yeah, because what YouTube's going to do is it's going to run and it's going to see that, okay, how many people actually watched the stream for 5 minutes and then clicked a button. So they'll say, oh yeah, oh, this is a very engagement stream. Oh, thank you, SB. SB donated $1 here to me. Thank you so much. All right.
4 months without a loss just with strong indicator and scalp. I trade every day, but it's very dangerous. Well, trading, any type of trading is dangerous. Like, that's such a any type of idea where you do not know the full outcome, there's an associated danger with it. You mitigate your danger by assigning values and rules to the structure in which you do not have the unknowns, right? So if you're a lawyer and you're going to court, you don't know what the judge is going to decide. You do know previous cases that they've decided in your favor, so you must then tailor the case to represent similar cases in that favor. In trading, you do not know the outcome of your trading until until it hits your stop loss or take profit or you close the trade. What you must do is you must anticipate and understand what is happening in the market and use relative risk so you are not putting yourself in a position of, I guess, nervousness or a situation where you are worried about the outcome. So preparation and also understanding what you're doing is the key in anything. Anything that you do entails risk. You walk across the street, there is an inherent risk. You mitigate that risk by going on a green light or when the walking symbol starts or there's no cars coming. Those are how you mitigate risk. If a car comes careening out of nowhere, you still get hit. There's nothing you could have done about that. Right? So you have to understand that anything that you do has an inherent risk.
Yeah, this chart makes perfect sense here.
The car hits you, that's your stop loss.
Yeah, I think the stop loss is pretty good. Overall trend is bullish. The Mongolians need some sort of a revolt against the government for it to continue up. So I think that's good. GJ created support on the 15-minute. If this support holds,
push now. Hard.
Push up hard.
Hard, Miji.
Yeah, I mean the only thing is it needs to stay above the low of the previous 30-minute candle now for it to continue moving up.
Gold?
No, GJ.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, gold is just, I don't know, gold is doing now.
Gold is pushed up, man.
Yeah, goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down.
All the way around.
All the way around. Yeah, seriously, look at it. It's now creating barcodes. Barcodes. Trading is all about, look at EJ. Wow, goddamn. Son of a bitch.
Like, you know how Ted's talking about risk and everything's associated with risk there. I've had a heavy week of working and I meant to deadlift today. Like, I meant to try 300 kilos. It's like 660 pounds maybe, or 700 pounds. Oh. Nope. I'll tear the fuck out my hamstring if I do that.
Oh.
So, I'm taking a day off, I think.
Yeah, I think that relates to trading as well, because like once you see a move and you know you can get it and you want to go full margin, but there's a chance it can blow your account.
Yeah, there's no point doing that.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, yeah, it's like, so if I went to the gym and deadlifted today and tried to get 300 kilos, it's similar to seeing the opportunity of what an FOMC could do to your account if you went full margin. But then there's also the downside that you could blow your account.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's going to be a no from me. Now, if this 30-minute candle on gold can just close bullish, potentially could see rocket ships.
Yeah, it seems like it's ranging in the 15 right now. So you might have it shot. Yeah. If this 15-minute holds bullish, the next 15-minute candle should be the push.
The push that we've all been waiting I got in at 15.30 with my stop loss at 15.29.
Nice. Yeah, as long as it holds this support right now at like 15.28 or 15.29, I think you're good. Yeah, about Vin, that's the reason why I always turn around and I say watch when the candles are closing, because one 30-minute candle can mean profit versus stop loss. People laugh at that, and then they laugh when you close early. So today is a perfect example. If you had closed GJ at the top of that 30-minute candle at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, you would have gotten the most profit currently. And then people will laugh because the next 30-minute candle could have continued to go up. But here's a perfect example where today it didn't go up, and basically you got the most profit you could have gotten. So if you do trading every day for the next few years, you'll start to notice tendencies, and you'll also start to realize it's nicer to take profit when it's very comfortable than it is not to take profit. So there will be a lot of times where, yes, GJ could have continued to run, and it probably still going to run. But at the same time, if you're building your account, it's nice to have a win where you close and now you're done for the rest of the day. You can just watch the stream and you can just observe, and then you can say to yourself, hey, is there something I could have done better? Does it make sense for me to hold, or I'm not comfortable holding? So something to keep in mind. But if you look at GJ on the 1 hour, we've created a bottom wick. If that bottom wick holds, GJ should start to push, and that's when you'll start to see the movement up to 130. So we'll see how that goes, because the 30-minute is creating support, but we don't have confirmation yet because we don't have a bullish candle. If you're going to take a trade, you are playing with fire, because at any given point, we can rip right back down to 129.856 and stop you out before we actually start to move. So the idea would be to try and set orders above the current price, and then set your stop loss at 129.850 or 845, 840, even to 129.750 if you're looking for a longer take profit.
Have you seen my EJ? No, I have not seen your EJ, Bobby. My biggest pet peeve is when people message me on Slack, on YouTube, on Instagram, and on Zoom, and they ask the same question. It's so annoying. Just stick to one platform. USD CAD is not a buy, it's heading down. UJ is ranging, gold is ranging, GJ is trying to head up, EJ is doing some next level acrobats over here. Tried to go down, nope, went up, tried to go up, nope.
So when people talk about GJ and a current buy, you have to understand where is your stop loss going to be, and is that comfortable based on your take profit point? Because now where is your take profit going to be on GJ? If you're looking at buys above 130.01, where is your top? Where is your target going to be, and where is your stop loss? And one, does your target make sense? Is it achievable? And two, does your stop loss make sense according to your risk and also according to where we are currently with price? So understand that you're playing in a range right now. On the 30-minute chart, you can see we're starting to build a box, and that box needs to be broken. So at any given time, we can whip right back down before we go back up. So if you're willing to take opportunities inside this box, you have to be aware that your stop loss will be a little bit wider and your take profit will have to be further up. So right now, what we learned today is this. You have basically, we had this box over here, we had this move up, and now we have this box over here. So you determine where your stop loss and your take profit is going to be based on the current market conditions. Because you essentially want to have trades that look like these candles. You don't want to be inside these kind of candles. So if you're going to take trades, maybe you have to wait for this candle to push up, or maybe what you have to do is make sure your stop loss is below this area here, and then manage a take profit up over here, or over here, wherever you think is appropriate based on your rules. Or you could sit back and say, I've missed the current opportunity because I did not get in earlier, and now I sit and watch. And next time when this opportunity arises, I will show up when candles are forming down here instead of candles forming up here.
You got it.
Leverage doesn't matter in trading, risk matters in trading, because leverage doesn't do anything for you. It's the risk that applies to your account that grows your account. Minimal risk, maximum reward grows your account.
Do you close trades before news hits? Yes, because like you're not sure where news is going to take that trade or where price is going to move with that news, so it's very important. Oh, there goes GJ. GJ is heading towards target. Oh wow, target reached. Look at that. 130, 100 reached and demolished. Damn, Daniel. Just like yesterday. Beautiful.
And GJ closed.
Nice.
Thank you, Rakeel, for the target once again. Appreciate it.
Very, very, very nice.
And Black Box is sitting here probably
pushing up.
Yeah.
Black Box
Oh
was
yeah, profit.
130, 100 the whole entire morning, so he wins actually.
Yes.
And he had some magical way of talking about some institutional prices. So Black Box trading is the guru, not us. That was.
Oh yeah, just before you go, I'm gonna send a chart here for you, Jay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh look, everyone's happy, Raja. You saved YouTube again. Black Box Trading, he is the real MVP because he called it with no problem. He was laughing at all of us when we were saying there was a problem. He says no. 130, 100, then 130, 300. Those were his numbers.
Yes.
Black box numbers.
Black box had a more ballsy TP at 130, 300 than me.
Now Black Box will open his own YouTube channel. Black Box Trading.
Black Box Trading.
See, there's a lot of good information, and I think people have to remember, if you use the streams wisely and you meet people on these chat rooms, there's a lot of smart traders, and I like learning stuff. Any thoughts onto why it took so long to push?
Who's beating the meat in the back?
We're renovating my house right now.
Oh.
Someone sound like they shoot.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to sell it, so I have to renovate it.
I had a feeling that GJ is gonna fly up, and I was looking at it, I don't know, Friday or Thursday when it fly up. While I was looking at it, I looked back and it fly up. And I was in regret because I didn't buy.
Nice. Wow, everybody won today. Everybody won today.
But yeah, I wasn't in a buy, unfortunately.
Oh. See, so EJ was ranging, GJ was trending, gold was ranging, UJ also pushed up. GU also pushed up. GU had the same structure.
I think GJ still pushing up though.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Every day you come on, it's the same thing. Walking everybody through the jungles of Forex.
GJ is heading up.
Oh, yeah. And
oh la la.
There we go. Black box trading TP has been achieved. Black box trading. We should get black box on mic here.
But does everybody understand now what we were doing and all the different levels that we called and why they were doing certain things and now the timing of the market? I think that's the biggest thing people have to realize is, you know, doing this day in and out, it's not difficult. It's understanding and correlating information together and where there's going to be opportunity.
This is awesome. See, this is what the Forex family is all about. We win together.
Amen to that, brother.
Yeah. Because you just need a little bit of confidence and a little bit of patience. Emmanuel Dassault. Oh, news. Yeah, it was news. EU may reopen withdrawal agreement following G7 talks. Yeah. So it looks like whoever. Oh, wow, it's still moving.
It's flying.
It's flying. The daily wick got filled and more. It's heading up further. Look at these 4-hour candles, just bullish, bullish, bullish.
Holy GJ! It's not stopping, it's probably gonna break the support, the resistance up there.
Yeah. Oh, fuck me.
A lot of momentum.
So, whoever caught these buys and still in it, this is your trade of the day, and you should be calling it a day after this.
I call it a day for GJ, and I'm staying EJ.
EJ is gonna break up too.
Yeah. EJ is so dirty. Look at that. I don't like it at all.
Dirty as hell. I kind of saw similar movement. EJ current movement is kind of similar to this Friday and Sunday. And Monday it was bullish. That could probably have been the bullish upping up.
I think today, if people go back and look at the hour charts on GJ, you will see all the information you need to see on how you could have executed on these trades and been profitable today. Very straightforward.
We literally did a play-by-play of GJ.
Yep. I mean, we did the same thing yesterday. We did the same thing today. It's not hard when you understand structure and you understand the session that you're trading in and what the expectation is. And if you didn't catch any trades today, you can go back and review the stream, and you could turn around and see where you could have taken those positions. And now you can look for that structure on the next day, and the next day, and next day. And as you continue to do that, that's where you continue to trade profitably. And when people ask, why does Ted and Raja never lose trades? Now you know why. Because we sit and wait, and we analyze the full structure, we prepare a bias, and we give objective rationales on why that will happen. And once you understand that, it's very straightforward. But you also have to make sure you don't over leverage yourself, you don't add risk, and you take your time. Because maybe tomorrow there won't be an opportunity like this, or maybe there will be. But you have to understand that not every day is going to be an opportunity.
That is true, and I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna head off as well.
Have a good day.
Okay, bye bye.
Yeah. Ooh, you just still moving. All right. Take care, everybody. Have fun.
Have a nice day, man.
Peace be.
Take care.
Peace be with you.
Yeah, man.
God be with you.